Welcome. Looking for my mic. Hello, this is Charities Bubble USA, your number one channel, where we talk about issues. One person watching. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. Charities Bubble USA, your number one channel. Gonna give it a few minutes. Let me put on my mic there. A few minutes. 10:09 a.m. I came in 9 minutes late. So I apologize. For Meto Yannick, hello. Welcome to the show. 3 people watching me. Welcome. This is Charities Bubble USA, your number one channel. 1 minute. 3 people. Come on, 4 people. 4 people watching. Thank you for joining us. Today I am going to do a very short live. It's gonna be short. 7 people watching. So Maggie Saimo, I just saw a notification. Nakujambio niko ndani kabisa. Yes, I am going to post a special edition video. Very special edition video, not related to Green Card Nairobi News. We are here. Felicia Oteng Boahen. Hi Charity, can't wait to hear the goodies. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to give it a few more minutes. Because I said that I always have to come live and answer your questions. I always do. And then we can roll. This is how we roll. Thank you for joining me. 2 minutes. I'm going to give it another 1 minute 50 seconds so that we can start. So that we can start acknowledging the people who have joined us. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm rocking my glasses. I'm wearing my glasses. Thank you for joining me. I can see the questions have started coming in. So today I want to do a very short live, maybe 30 minutes. And then we'll talk about the other live that I will do because I can't stay long today. Thank you. 2:50. 1 more minute and then we are going to start. I have questions. Questions have come. And like I said, if I don't answer them right now, there will be too many. And I don't want to be overwhelmed. So again, this is your number one channel, Charities Bubble USA, where we talk about issues. We talk about immigration. I give you tips and I champion you. I like to champion you guys so that you can win the green card and come and live in the US. And it just gives me joy to see you guys coming in. 30 seconds and I am going to start acknowledging people here in a little bit. 3:36, 3:37, 10:12 a.m. here in the US. It's still in the morning. 9 people watching. I hope that people call the people and share this video so that people can come in, because we're going to do a short live today. But I'm going to make sure that I answer all the questions that have been asked. I also did my last video that I said about qualification. Now, let me start by acknowledging some people here. For Meto Yannick, hello. Maggie Saimo, I just saw a notification. Nakuja mbio niko ndani kabisa. Thank you for joining. Felicia Oteng Boahen. Hi Charity. Can't wait to hear the goodies. Thank you. Here we are, Nairobi News. Thank you. Hello, Jackie from Uganda. But now in Saudi Mecca. Thank you. David Moshina is watching me from Lemuru. That is my neighbor. Hi, Charity. Always resourceful, more grace. Thank you. Abu Bakar Fula, how is doing? I'm doing fine. Simple, always. Place of birth. Or I will answer that question here in a little bit. World Entertainment TV. Greetings, my sister. Thank you for joining me. Jacqueline, how can I come to America? For sure, I need to leaving for my kids, and my contact here is finished. Be ready. Thank you, thank you. We'll talk about that. Simple ways. How should we write? Let me first of all just acknowledge the people. 4:13 p.m. 10:13 a.m. here. It is still in the morning, and thank you for joining me. Like I said, I am gonna try and answer all your questions, but I don't think that I have much time today, but I will do all my best, because I said that I have to come live on Saturday and I have to come live on Monday so that I am able to answer your questions. So thank you for joining me here. 14 people. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is TRAVEL.STATE.GOV USA, your #1 channel. Today I am rocking my glasses. I am rocking my glasses, and I hope that my light is not too bright. And please type there if you can hear me well. The last video, I know people were saying that I was very close to the mic, so please type there and tell me if you can hear me well. Howard Entertainment TV, how are you? I am doing great. I'm doing fine, and thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. Now, like I said, I am going to, after this live, I am going to post a video that I know there is a story that is going on in social media in Kenya. I told you that I like to look and see what's going on. So, and when I listened to that video of those two women who have lost their children, and some people have made negative comments, I felt like I would do a video and just address that, because it is a very, very, very wrong when someone is mourning, and even as Kenyans, instead of supporting that person, they are trolling that person on social media. They are making comments. So today I made a video, a special edition video specifically for that. It touches my personal life. So if you watch that video, some of you will get to know me better. And please, I will upload it here in a few minutes. It's getting ready. And after this show, you will see that video. So please watch it. And you can learn one or two things from it, because it has a lot that you can learn from. So that will be shortly after this live. Now, let me see if there's another person. Gladys Werimo, there's a reflection on your glasses, dear. I think I should take them off. Let me take them off. I'll take them off, because there's a very bright light that is normally here, that sometimes like I can't stand it, but I'm gonna adjust it here in a little bit, because that's my camera that is bringing the reflection. Now I hope that's better. Grace Wairimu, and thank you for that. Bazi Evers, just started following you. I love all your discussions. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys. I really do. I pray for you every day. I wish you luck every day. We have reached 1.5k subscribers. We are still going on. I told you that this space is gonna grow, and I know you will call your friends. You will call everybody to come and join this table, because this is a big table. Everybody gets a share on TRAVEL.STATE.GOV USA #1 channel, and everybody gets to be heard. Everybody gets acknowledged. Everyone's question, if you ask a question, I will answer it. I will answer it, even if it takes more hours. I will still answer your question, because my subscribers are important to me, and without them I would not be anywhere. So I'm gonna go to the questions about the green card. And like I said, I did a video. My previous video was talking about the requirements. I am going to upload another one that talks about what you need to have, or what you need to know before you do your application. Now, let me see here. The questions. I normally like to read from my phone, because it is hard for me to concentrate on my computer here, and my lights here, and my phone. So I like to do the whatever. I like to do the phone. So I have seen so many followers. There's a video that I did with a lady called Joyce K Canada, and welcome everybody from Joyce K Canada. You are welcome here. This is home. there are so many people who are very hopeful of the green card. They are saying, thanks, Charity, I'm 100% sure I will get it in Jesus' name. Yes. But remember, like I said, you must have a current passport. Your passports must be current, and you must have those little photos. Now, there was another person who was telling me that they need me to bring someone from the US to come and show them the photo. Now, what I will do, I will make another video about the photo requirement, and I will see if I can find the right one, and then I will show which one it is. But if you go and take a digital photo from a professional, and it is a 2x2, when you go and upload it on the photo checker, because the DV 2023 instructions are on the website TRAVEL.STATE.GOV. There's another viewer who was asking me about the website. The name is TRAVEL.STATE.GOV, and I will walk you through how to do it. When you upload your photo on the photo checker, you find that it will let you know. It will not let you know if that is the right photo or if that is the wrong photo. So please make sure that, because my own eyes, I can look at the photo and tell you that it is right, but maybe it is not. Now, there's another thing that I want to talk about. Maybe this is not your first application when you're doing your DV lottery. Maybe this is your second application, and you had used a photo last year, and that photo, when you put it on the photo checker, or that photo was accepted. Now, if you use that photo right now, it is not going to be accepted. Why is it not going to be accepted? Because that photo is over 6 months old. I said the photo that they require is a photo that is 6 months young. Like the oldest time that photo was taken was 6 months. So make sure that you do not upload an old photo there, because you might be lucky and the photo might get uploaded, but that is a chance maybe that would lead to you to be disqualified, because that is not the right photo. So please make sure that you are taking the right photo for a person who has a digital camera and who is a professional, because I know there are those professionals who know how to take those photos. So please do, and I am going to explain that again. Now, there's Doreen Dilly was asking, please, do I need to put the passport photo of my husband and kids while filling? Yes, you do. Like I said, now here looks like Doreen is going to be the primary applicant. Remember, you must have your passport, and you must have your little photo, and then your husband and your kids must have those little photos, and they must follow the guidelines and make sure that you upload them, because when you enter them and you enter their information, it is going to require you to put their photo. So please make sure that you have their photos ready. And like I said, the date of application is of the 6th of October. Please, when you are going to do the application, because before that time, I will have given you a guideline. When you go to do the application, please make sure that you have everything that you need. You have your passport, you have your little photos, you have information about your family. 17 people are watching me. Thank you, and welcome to Charities Bible USA, your #1 channel. So, and I need you, when you're going to do application, to be calm. Calm down. Do not be anxious, because we had a lot of anxiety waiting for the date. Now, let that anxiety go away. I need you to be very calm when you're doing that application. Why I am saying that is because you will enter some numbers. You will enter the passport numbers. You will enter your date of birth. If you are anxious, if you are very anxious and you are, you're not concentrating, you might enter the wrong passport number. If you enter the wrong passport number, that could be, they could think that is fraudulent. It's not the right passport. So that could lead to your disqualification. So please be calm when you're doing it. Make sure that you have everything. And remember, I said the application is going to be online. That's why it is called the EDV, Electronic Diversity Visa Application. It is done online. And when you do the application, you have entered all the questions. When you submit it, remember that it is going to give you a confirmation that it has been submitted. And then the confirmation will have your name and a unique confirmation number. Please make sure that you print out that confirmation number and take it home with you and keep it safely. Keep it safely, because that is the only way that you will know whether you won your green card or not on May 8th. So pay attention to that. Another thing, I came here live and I told you that they have announced. Now, because they have announced, they recommended you to do the application by yourself. So you do not require anybody to do it for you. You do not even require me to do it for you. Because even if I do it for you and I live here in the US, I am not going to increase your chances of winning. I will not. Because the EDV lottery is computer randomized. It is computer randomized and nobody is going to increase your chances of winning. So how you will increase your chances of winning is if you are able to follow their guidelines, and they have their own guidelines. So please, please, please pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. And also, like I said, when I do a video for you guys, please watch that video to the fullest. You know why I'm saying that? Because there was this viewer who had made a very nice comment. She had given me a very nice compliment. And then he wrote, and the DV lottery starts on the October the 17th. I was like, did you even watch the video? Because I that's the question that I asked him. Did you even watch the video? Because I said very clearly, it's on the 6th. And he was here telling me that it is on the 17th. I need you guys to do your homework. I need you guys to read. I need you guys to listen. Because you understand me very clearly. I'm a Kenyan. But you know, sometimes sometimes you cannot understand what an American is saying. And even when I came here to the US, I was not understanding what they were saying. So they might have all that information there, but you are not understanding. But here, when I talk here and I tell you this is what you are understanding me better. You know what I mean? You understand. So please watch a video from the beginning to the fullest so that you can understand this information. Because I want you to be clear. Even after you apply the green card, what are you supposed to do next? What are you supposed to do next? Because I will still go on and talk about that as we go on. So please, please do that. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing. Please consider giving my video a thumbs up. I love those thumbs ups. Please give it a thumbs up. And just, you want to comment on how we are doing? Go for it. You want to ask a question? Go for it. Because we are here to ask questions. If you see someone's question, and maybe you have a clue on how to answer it, comment there and answer it. Please do that so that we can help each other. We said that this is a big table and we are here. We are a big family and we are here to help each other. Now, I have a child with a different man. What will I write during the application? Now, having a child with a different man is not a big deal, but know that you have to include that child in the application. But whose birth certificate? Whose name is on the birth certificate of that child? So that is for Grace Jelimo was asking me. So I don't know the birth certificate, but so she's saying with a different man. So I'm not sure if she's married to another one or whatever. So it's very important, if you are asking for a question, make sure that you ask the question and you ask it to the full. Because if you ask halfway, sometimes I might not be able to answer you. But I will go there and tell you, can you please explain more so that I can be able to help you out on that question. I've seen so many compliments, and keep those compliments coming, those thank yous, that you are doing a good job. It is good to champion one another. Like I champion you here, I tell you, fill out the green card, because like I said, the US is different. And when you watch my story, I have put a story there related to that, what social media I was telling you about, what was going on about those two women who have lost their children. You will see and you will understand why US is better than home. You know, we say east-west, home is best, but still, when you have a chance to come and live in the US, you see all the difference. Now, I have an expired passport. Will I be able to renew till I apply? Now, I don't know how long it's taking to do renewals in Kenya right now. There were some people who were saying it's 6 weeks, but you know, in 6 weeks, the DV lottery will be gone. So unless you have a temporary passport, you can use a temporary passport. An East African passport, you can use that one. But make sure that you have a good one by the time you win your green card. And make sure that you will have supporting documentation to show why you applied with that one and why you went and changed it. So as long as you have supporting documentation, you can use a temporary passport. And I know that one doesn't take many days. So you can go and apply that one and do the application. And then look for the other one. So you can still do that. But do not use an expired passport, because that will be grounds for your disqualification. And you know, you might say it is a computer, it is not going to detect. Their computers are very high tech, they are very sophisticated, they detect those mistakes, and those mistakes are what is going to make you to be disqualified. I do not want you to be disqualified. I want you to be able to be successful. I want you to be successful, and at the same time I want you to do it by yourself. And I prefer, my own preference, if you do, is it for you to do it on a computer desktop, whereby you can see a lot of information. Now, like now I am reading from my phone, but when I look at my YouTube channel on my computer, it gives me a bigger desktop and more information. So I would advise you, when you're going to do your application, even if you do not have a computer in your home, please go to a cyber. Of course, the cyber person is going to charge you the cyber fees, but they should not charge you any money for the application, because the application is free. And another thing, I said, you do not let someone keep your confirmation number and tell you that they will check for you, or they tell you that their confirmation number, they will bring it tomorrow. Don't let them do that to you, because if you let them do that to you and they open, that is the only way to open that website and see if you have won your green card, and they start charging you money. I know that there are those people who even charge people 100,000 Kenyan shilling because they retained your confirmation number and they know that you have won. And simply because that winning cannot benefit them, they will extract money from you. So do not let them do that to you, because after you win your green card, you will need a lot of money to process it. Application is free, but processing is, you have to use a lot of money. Okay. Please travel what? This one is asking the website. The website is travel.state.gov. Let me see if I can type here for you. Travel.state.gov. That is the website there. Let me put it there and then try to pin it there for you. There. Travel.state.gov. That is the website. That is where we are going to do the application. And right now, if you go there, there are instructions. Instructions are there. What is the difference between a high school diploma and a high school degree? We don't have a high school degree, but we have a high school certificate or a high school diploma. That is if you had gone to high school and you got a certificate. Now, like I said, in that application, it's going to ask you primary level. Primary level, if you went to primary school, it is going to ask you some secondary level. Some secondary level is if you went to high school and you didn't finish, it is going to ask you for a high school diploma. Then you will say that you have a high school diploma. That is, you have a certificate. It is going to ask you some college. Some college means that you went to college and you didn't finish. It is going to ask you college. Then you will, if you have your credentials for college, you will put there. It will say some degree. Some degree is you took some classes for degree, but you did not graduate. That is where you go. If you have a degree, you went ahead and graduated, that is where you will put your information. So please make sure that you are entering the information correctly. And I am going to explain about that here in my subsequent videos. So all these are thank you, and thank you for making those compliments. They make me want to go on. I was born in Kuwait. This person was talking about Kuwait. I think Kuwait qualifies because the list is there, and he was talking about India. India is not eligible. India cannot apply, but Kuwait, I think he can go ahead and apply. So I put the link. It's travel.state.gov. Now let us look at the questions on my screen here in my computer. And I'm going to acknowledge some more people. 22 people are watching me. Thank you for joining me. Baaz Evans, welcome. Gladys Warimu, Abubakar Fula, Innocent Man. I'm Innocent from Tanzania. Please, could you tell me if my country is eligible? Yes, it is. It is eligible. You can do your application. But remember, if you come from Nigeria, Nigeria is not eligible. You cannot apply if you are a Nigerian citizen. You can only apply as a Nigerian citizen if you are married to a person from a country that is eligible. Like, for example, you are married to a person who lives in Kenya, and then you can claim the country of your spouse. And then you can do the application. But if you live in Nigeria, Nigeria is not there. World Entertainment TV if you are in, I don't know which country you are in, so I'm not able to answer that one. So Nigeria, no, Nigeria is not there. If you read that list for DV 2023 instructions, you will see that Nigeria does not qualify. It's not there. And like I said, how they put the countries, they select the countries that have very few people who live in the US. So maybe I think there are so many Nigerians in the US, and that is why Nigeria is not there. Charity Babo, do you have a WhatsApp group concerning the DV lottery? If yes, can we get access to your WhatsApp group? Now, as soon as I finish this live, the comment that I will pin, the first comment that will be here, will be on the link to the WhatsApp group. We have a WhatsApp group, and what I do, I answer questions there, and if I am not able to answer questions there, I make a video and address all those questions, and I post it for them, and they watch the video, and I am able to cover all their questions. So the first comment after I go off air will be the link to the WhatsApp group. Catherine Wanjiko is watching me from Kiambu. That's my homie. John Rorangwa, I'm divorced. Now does it require to prove that while I am, no, while I am applying? No, it doesn't. But yes, it does. But I have a question here. You are divorced. Do you have legal divorce papers? Because if you have legal divorce papers, then you will write that you are divorced. And I will come to that. I will come to that. When it comes to your marital status, if you're single, you will write that you're single. If you're married, you will write that you're married. Now, they require you to have a marriage certificate, but not at the time of application. And why I am saying this is because you find that in Africa or in Kenya, we get married traditionally because it's after we get married that we ask for consent from our parents for us to be able to do a white wedding so that we can get a marriage certificate. Now, if you have not done that and your parents have not allowed you, then you won't go and do a wedding. So go ahead and apply as married, because you are married, even if you are married traditionally. And then after you have won your green card, you can always go ahead and go and get a marriage certificate. I know you can go to the DC or the DO and get one. Now, that is what we did. We had done a traditional marriage. We didn't have a marriage certificate. After we won our green card, we went to our priest, and our priest was able to give us a marriage certificate. Actually, we did a wedding during second mass, and that was it. We got our marriage certificate, and we were good to go. So don't worry about that. If you're married, just write that you're married. If you're divorced and you have divorce papers, please write that you're divorced. But if you are separated, and you do not have, you have to write your spouse. You have to write your spouse, and I am going to talk about that here in a little bit in the next video that I am going to upload. Okay, I just saw a notification, nitakuja mbio, niko ndani kabisa. Let me see, Nairobi News. Welcome, Jacqueline. Jackie from Uganda, but now in Saudi Mecca. I think I had read that. Place of birth in my passport is written Nairobi, Kenya. Should I write it that way or just write Nairobi? Just write Nairobi. Write Nairobi, because when you write Nairobi, it's on the country of the native country, it has a drop down. Now, the drop down is a place that you click, and all the countries that are eligible will show, and then you will select your country. So just write Nairobi, and that would be enough. Feliswe Mudembu, greetings from South Africa. Thank you from watching me. World Entertainment TV again. Emmanuel Y. Mulba, how are you? Jacqueline, how can I come to America for sure? I need to earn a living for my kids as my contract is finished and be ready. Now, Jacqueline, what I can tell you is that please try applying for the green card. Try applying for the green card for now, but then after this green card season is over, I am going to talk about other ways that you can come to the US, and I am trying to reach people who know about this stuff about immigration, and I am going to bring them into this forum, and we are going to do videos so that you can learn more from them, because like I said, I am not an expert. I just talk about green card because that's how I came to the US. I went through the whole process, and now I am an American citizen. I've been a citizen now for a while. Let me see. How should we write when you are in Kenya? I don't know what you want to write there. Please write a question that is clear. Let me see if hi Babo. This one calls me Babo. Do you have a WhatsApp group? I have talked about that. Let me see. So, do you mean that going on cyber is not also accepted? We are to do it ourselves. I said, please go to the cyber. 33 people are watching. Thank you, thank you. Give this video a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up. And like I said, I am going to upload a video here in a little bit, and that video is not going to be talking about immigration. It is going to be talking about those people who make bad comments when people are mourning, when people are in pain. Because, like I said, I follow a lot of what happens in Kenya. And there are these two women, and I know you know them. They are comedians, and they have lost their babies. And when I watched their pages, I could see like very, very, very bad and derogative comments. So I decided to do a video on that. About it touches most of my personal life. And go and watch that video, give it a thumbs up, make your comment. If you want to make a bad one, make it, and I will come here live and I will tell that you made a you made a bad comment on my video. But just go watch that video. It's gonna be very educative, and you get to learn something from there, from that video. Let me see. Okay, hello Charity. What if I married my wife while he had a child, but we have normalized everything, and now the birth reads my name? Will it be okay if I include her without worry? Now, when you marry a woman with a child, you know, in our language, in our culture, we say that if you love a cow, then you have to love the rope of the cow. That means if you want the cow, you have to love what you have to go and get food for it with. Now, if you married that lady with a child, that is your child, because you adopted that child. And that is why I know that the birth certificate reads your name, so that is your child. That is your child, and you should not be worried about it. That is your child. And there is no thing that said that the birth reads my family. Is it okay to include her? Yes, include that child there, because that is your child. The moment you marry a woman with child and you have accepted them the way they are, that is your own child. That is your own child. And I love babies. I championed for babies, and I will call you a gentleman, because I know there are some men who just will not marry a girl because that girl has babies. No, it doesn't make sense. So go ahead and put that child there, because that child is your child. So I talked about that question. I'm going to apply while in Uganda, but in 2 weeks' time, I will be in UAE. How will the interview be conducted once I am selected? Now, I said we apply this month. It ends on November 9, and don't wait until last minute. Then we wait until May. So May is when we will check, and we have won. Now, when we have won, we are going to sit and wait for us to send us the first notification letter. The first notification letter is going to be in an email that we gave them. So that email is going to have the details of you to fill out the DS-260. DS-260 is a form. DS-260 means Department of State 260 form. So that form is going to tell all about you. It's going to tell about your education. It's going to tell about your work experience. And I said, here is where that you have to show what you are doing. If you do not have a high school certificate, you have to give a minimum work experience of 2 years, and it has to be a job category of 4. The work zone should be 4, and the SVP should be 7. Now, and I talked about that website called o.net. So you go there, you click on that website and put the career that you do, the work that you do, and then after that, you will be able to know where does your job category fall in if you have not gone after Form 4, because they require you to have a Form 4 certificate, or they require you to have a category, a work category that means it's a job zone 4 and it has an SVP of 7. And I gave an example of my friend. He's an interior designer, and his job category is a 7. So I need you to go there and put your job category so that you can know whatever. And there's another one. I said, if you had dropped out in class 7, would you still apply? Yes, you can still apply. There is no there is no limitation. But after you do the application, will you be able to prove? Will you be able to prove that you have a 2-year minimum work experience. And that's why I said I cannot force you. We have 35 people watching me. Thank you. Give me a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. Here we are giving the tips on how to be successful in the green card application. Now, so if you had not gone to high school, yes, you can still apply, but are you able to give 2-year work experience that has is in a job zone level 4, and does it have an SPP of 8? Now, after you answer that question, then you will decide, am I going to apply the green card or not? But in the first application, the only thing that they need is for you to have a passport and for you to have the passport photos. I have a high school certificate, passed all papers excluding one, but was able to pass the entrance exams, where I successfully gained admission to the university and came out with a second class upper. Now, did you graduate, Philip Agbo? You have a high school certificate, but did you graduate? But because he says that you went to a university, if you did not graduate, you will write some degree, okay? And then, but if you graduated, then you will say that you have a degree. So that is what you're supposed to write there. Let me see if there's another question. So please, is DV 2021 cancelled? No, it's not. It starts on November 6th, and that is why I tell you, I will put a video there and I will put a heading. I have to put a heading that is catching, that will make, it is called advertisement, it is called marketing. You have to market what you're doing. Now, when you click on my video, depending on the heading that is not there, go watch that video and see what it's telling you. Go watch the video and see what it is telling you, because Agnes Owusu, if you watch that video that I said DV 2021 cancelled, then you will tell me if you will tell me what is in there. So please go in there and watch the video. New era. Happy Saturday, everyone. Hope you are all well and good. Thank you for watching us. And Bazi Evans, what if we are just separated but you did not go through a legal divorce proceedings? Now, if you did not, then you have to include your spouse. After you have included them, it is not a must that they will travel with you to the US, but you must include them. If you are married and you did not have a legal divorce, you have to include that spouse. Whether they moved on, whether you have not seen them in 10 years, you have to include them there. Now, when you do your whatever, your DS-260, then you will explain more about that. And then when you are going for the interview, if you had stated them and you will tell them that that person is no longer my wife or whatever happened, then they are not obliged to go with you, and they are not even obliged to process their visa. So go ahead and put them there. What we want to do is that we do not want to hide anybody. So that one is just affirming the date of the registration. Jacqueline, is Uganda eligible? Yes, it is. Hi favorite Tania Stella, following siwezi miss update yako from Kitale, Kenya. Thank you. John Rurangwa, no, I was first married officially, but I also divorced officially, but I have court documents. Now that's enough. Just write divorced. And when you are filling out your DS-260, those papers, your divorce papers, you will make photocopies and you will put them in your DS-260 and you will mail them to the address that they will give you. The address that you mail your DS-260 goes all the way to Kentucky, because that is where the headquarters for the green card is, for the DV lottery is. Now, when you are going for your interview, the original court documents of your divorce, you will take them with you to the interview. So put your photocopies, send them with your DS-260, and then your originals, go with them to your interview. If you have all the documentation, I said, if you have everything there, it is very easy, because it's only a DV lottery. It is only a green card that they do not have hurdles. But if why we fail, because in the announcement, the video that I did last time, the live that I did, that guy said that being selected does not mean that you will be given a visa to travel to the US. You will only travel to the US if you follow their guidelines. So you have to be able to follow their guidelines. Otherwise, if you're not able to follow their guidelines, that you will fail. And so I need you to write divorced, and then when you're filling out your DS-260, that is after you win. Put copies, and then when you're going for your interview, then you will put you will carry your originals. Charity mine, who is in Saudi, but now I want to be ready. after my contract. Oh, that's okay. You can be ready, but I hope it is not after November 9, because after November 9, it's gonna be gone. Okay, thank you, Charity, for your information. I didn't qualify for 2022, but I am trying again in 2023. America, here we come. That is the spirit. That is the spirit that we have, because we must have faith. We must have determination to do what we are doing, and we put a little, just put a little bit of effort there, and you will succeed. Now, how should we write our address when we are in Kenya? Now, this question, when you go to do the application, you will find that the first sentence, the first line says in care of, and then it says address line 1 and address line 2. Now, I know and I am aware that most people do not have addresses in Kenya. They do not have a mailbox. Now, if you are using a mailbox for another person, if you're using a mailbox for another person, you will write in care of that person. The letter should be addressed in care of that person. But if you have your own mailbox, then omit the first line. You don't write in care of any, because that line says optional. Just write your address. Just write your address, because they start by asking you your first address. Now, your address is your PO box. It doesn't necessarily have to be where we live, because when you come and live here in the US, your address is where you live. That's different. But if you have a PO box letter, you know that postal office letter box, if you have that one your own, then you just write your name there. That way, in case they wanted to contact you with a letter, then they would send the letter there. Can you add your spouse if you got married after the results of the DV? No, you cannot. You cannot, because they will think that it is an opportunity that that person got, so because you won the green card. Now, there is another couple who told me that they have been living together, they have been engaged, and they wanted to apply the, should they apply the DV separately or should they apply together? Now, my view or my advice is this. If you know that that is the right person that you want to share your life with, if you really know that that's the right person you want to share your life with, please go get married and fill out the green card together, whether you will win or not. Why I'm saying this is because if you win the green card and you are by yourself, and then after that, then you apply, you put that spouse, and that spouse was not in the first application, you will have a lot of explaining to do. And most of the time, they are not going to give you the visa, because they will say that if you add people that you had not put in the previous one. So, you'd rather say that you are married and you go and get your marriage certificate and apply together. Now, you can still apply separately, but if one person wins, because you cannot add them, because you will be denied, one person will travel to the US, and then they will not come for you like immediately after they have gone to the US and they come back for you. No, it doesn't work like that. Sometimes it takes up to the time that they become US citizens. That's when, because right now, even there are cases here for US citizens, and also there are cases for legal permanent residents, there are cases for refugees, there are cases of different kinds of people. Now, the people who get the first priority are citizens. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that. Now, you are a permanent resident. Sometimes, you might be forced to go and look for a lawyer to explain why you want to go and get that person. So, I would say that don't add anybody. Don't, after you win your green card, do not add your spouse there, because they will deny you. It is called a fraudulent marriage. Now, let me tell you what happens here in the US. You know, there are those people who come here and they don't have papers. So they decide to marry American citizens. And then when they decide to marry American citizens, if they are not truthful and the consular detects that that marriage has some holes, they do not get a green card. Because there's a marriage green card, they don't get it. And actually, the marriage green card, it is the hardest. It is the hardest, because you will go for an interview. Now, like I told you, when we were on our green card, we just went with my husband, we talked to the consular, and we got our green card. Now, if it's a marriage one, normally what happens is that both of you go to separate rooms and you are interviewed separately. And then those people go and see your answers. So if those answers do not match, you will not get that paper. So I would advise, if you know that that is the right person, go ahead and get married and fill out the green card, because you never know, you will get it, and you don't want to leave the person that you love behind, and you don't want to go and wait for so many years before you will come and get them. It becomes harder. It is not easy. It becomes harder before that person gets a visa as a spouse to come and live with you when you're married. I know a person, and it took them a very long time, and they were only able to bring their spouse here when that person became a citizen. So that is my view. That is my view. That's my view. So Jacqueline, thank you. Simple ways. What if we divorced our wife after winning? Can I remove her in the DS260? No, no, you cannot. You cannot remove her. What will happen is that when you go to process, you can email them because of course they will communicate with you with the email. You can email them and ask you that question, and they will let you know. But normally, if you are divorced, then you just write they are divorced, and you don't even need to include them there. But if you are divorced after winning and you have put them there, you had put them there in your first application, you have them explaining to tell the Department of State. You have to tell them this is what happened. You have to have supporting documentation, because they don't want you to seem like you won and now you want to leave your spouse behind, because that is what they don't like. So you can't remove her. You have to explain and you have to email them, communicate with them, and tell them what's going on, because they like transparency. And like I said, I come from Kenya, and I know Kenyans do not like telling the whole truth upfront. So that truth upfront is what I am teaching you guys to do. I need you. It doesn't matter how bad it is. Just tell it all. Even if because if you divorce her and you remove her in the DS260, then they will say, why didn't they put the wife, and the wife was there initially? They will look at even the time duration, the months. They will be like, this one is not legit, and they will deny you. So you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. You have to communicate with them after they send you the first notification. You have to tell them what's going on so that they can advise you accordingly. Do not be scared to ask them a question. They are human beings, and they answer questions, and they answer emails. Actually, they will tell you, we have received your email, and give us 3 to 5 business days and we will answer your email. Because I have emailed those people myself when I require some information, and they have emailed me back. So you cannot remove that person, but that person will not be forced to travel with you. That person, if you have your divorce documents, then you are no longer together. Then they will not benefit from your green card. They are not going to benefit. But make sure that you do not remove them without asking what to do. Let me see. So thanks so much for your help. I wish we win and meet ourselves there. Yeah, yes, you will. I know you will win. Nar Plaza, that street, Isili house number F2. Is that a good address? Yeah, that's a good address, as long as letters come there. Yes, that's a good address. Case number that, DV22 winner. Please, I hope that I will have a chance. Now, I can go and look at that and see the numbers that called. But I know this is a different year, and I know there were some people who won the DV, but they are not going to get the notification, or they are not going to get a visa. I know that, because they always have a cutoff. So I don't know if you are one of those people, but I can go look, because they normally publish the cutoff on the bulletin, and then I can send you that information, Paul Agbo, for that. Now, hi, madam, I am from India. I have 4-year experience in software industry. Am I eligible? Now, go look at o.net, that website. And when you go, let me write that website there, because I believe I will help you when I write the website there. Oh my gosh. Let me, my typing skills are not very good here, but I will do it. Here, asterisk. Come on. Yeah, net, that is the website there. That's the website. Go there, enter your occupation. After you enter your occupation, you click go. It's gonna tell you if it's a job zone level 4, job zone 4, sorry, and if it's gonna tell you if it has an SVP of 7. Now then you will know if you qualify. Let me see. Paris Mohika, I have just joined. I wrote that notification there. So like I said, those are some of the questions that you are asking me. I can't do application on my phone. Now, like I said, you can. but my best preference is a desktop. A desktop is a computer, because if you use a computer, it gives you more information. And I gave you the example of my computer here and my phone. Now my phone, when I look at my phone, I just get very little, especially if I am opening my YouTube channel, my website. So when I open my website, what I see in my phone is not what I see in my computer. It's not what I see in my computer. So it becomes easier to work in the computer than on the phone. You can still use the phone. It's okay. It's not that you cannot use your phone. You can. But my best preference would be using a computer so that I can do it. But if you're good with it, just go for it. It's okay as long as you put the right information. That was just my preference. It's like the way you say that I like to go to Nakumat and the other person likes to go to Uchumi. I don't know if Uchumi still exists, but that's that. So, but she's from India and they are not eligible. Now, I said if your country is not eligible and the DV 2023 notification is there on TRAVEL.STATE.GOV, if you are not eligible, you can claim your eligibility from your spouse. Now, another thing that I want to let you know is that you can increase your chances of winning by, if you are married, you husband and wife, and you have kids, and that is what we did. You can apply as a man. You put your wife. 35 people are watching me. Thank you for watching Charities Bible USA, your #1 channel. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. And I was saying, if you're married, you can put yourself and the kids and the children. What am I saying? You can put yourself, your wife, and the kids. Right? That is one entry. Then you put the wife, the husband, and the kids. That is 2 entries. So that means that when you do your application, you'll have 2 places. If the husband wins, the wife and the kids will benefit. If the wife wins, the husband and the kids will benefit. So it doesn't matter. You can do that, and that would increase your chances of winning. And like I said, when we are doing the application on the 6th, we only have 4 days. Please be calm. Calm down. Do it. When you are in a very relaxed place, so that you enter those numbers correctly, because you find that you will enter your number wrongly, and that will be grounds for your disqualification. Now, there's another person who was telling me that his passport and his birth certificate have different dates. Now, if both of them have different dates, now that one you will have it to be corrected. You will have it to be corrected, because date of birth, I told you here in the US, date of birth is something that is very important. Now, everywhere you go here, they ask you for your date of birth. Even right now, if I call the doctor's office for my own information, the first thing they ask me is my date of birth. So date of birth here in the US is very important. You know, the way like sometimes you even forget your birthday or your date of birth. Here they don't forget. Actually, they celebrate, but right now, you know, when I was young, when I was little, I don't know, maybe it's where I grew up, we didn't have a lot of money. I never had to celebrate any of my birthdays. I didn't. But now, here in the US, I know my date of birth, because every office that I go to, the first thing they ask me is a date of birth. So if your passport and your passport and your birth certificate have different date of birth, please go and change that, because that is not a valid document. That will help. That will make them disqualify you, because they will tell you this is not your passport. This is another person's passport. It has your name. Yes. How do we know that you didn't take a passport from another person who has your same name, but they have a different date of birth? They will not accept that. So please make sure that you change your date of birth. It's very important that you change that. And I said you can use a temporary one, and then you apply the other one, the international one, but you have to give supporting documentation why you did that. It's all about documentation. We have to give the supporting documentation. If we do not, then we will fail, because he said that winning is not a guarantee that you will get a visa. Even when you get the visa, even when we got our visa, that green paper, you know, they give you a green piece of paper when you win when they give you the visa. And then they tell you that you will go and get your visa depending on the DHL that you told them. Now, that paper is written. Getting an American visa is not a guarantee that you will be admitted in the US. So there are all those things that they keep on telling you. They keep on telling you until even when you get your green card, your permanent residency, they tell you having permanent residency is not a guarantee that you will become an American citizen. Because they do not want you to relax. They want you to keep on following their guidelines, because you have to follow their guidelines until you become a US citizen. So you have to follow those guidelines to the T. And that is why I come here to let you know, please read. Our people, they are failing because they don't have knowledge, and some people are failing because they do not want to read. I need you to read. When I come, I tell you something here. Go back to travel.state.gov and verify me. Read if what I'm telling you is the truth. It doesn't mean that because I live here in the US, that maybe I am 100% authentic. No. But for you to know that I am authentic, go to that website and read, so that you know, she said this. Is it true? She said this. Is this true? That is how that is how you find that even the most developed countries, like here in the US, they are called checks and balances. Like, that person has told you that. Are you going to check if what they told you is the truth? So that is how I want you to think. Even when you are going even to do your normal life, if someone comes and tells you this and this and this, before you believe what they are saying, even if it's a pastor, go and tell them, where can I go and find that information to know if that information is correct. So that is how we should be. I want us to be like that here at Charities Bible USA. I told you I want us to do critical thinking. Okay, let me see if I have another question here. I have 6 minutes. Hi Charity, if someone had not officiated their marriage and later separated, is he required to have divorce papers? Now, if you had not officiated your marriage, the immigration here, they do not recognize a marriage that has not been officiated. Okay? But if there were children and you had been married traditionally, that is your wife. If you had been married traditionally, that is your wife. So please include that person there. And you know what I mean, because we get married traditionally. So do not leave them out and say that we had not officiated my marriage. Write it there and go and let them know, this is what happened. This is what happened. I am no longer together with that person. And then they will advise you accordingly. But do not leave anybody behind. Okay. Modu wa nyumba, David Kihara, Kaz, and much more. I love your accent and you're doing a great job. I have always dreamt of visiting that great country. See you in a few years' time. I am retired and I hope I will be allowed. Yes, you will be allowed. I said the green card does not have a limitation, and your limitation will only be your documentation, your education, and how you follow their guidelines. McKenna, so that one I talked about it. Let me see if there's another one. Okay, please answer this question. Can I put my girlfriend in when I apply the green card? Don't put your girlfriend if it is your girlfriend. If you are married traditionally, put her as your wife. And then, before you go for your visa interview, then get married. Officiate your marriage. But if you say that is my girlfriend, there is no place that says that has a slot for girlfriend. It only has either married, single, separated, or divorced. So your girlfriend can apply separately, and you can apply separately. But if you get married, then you can apply as married, because it's easier. You don't want to be left in Kenya and your spouse has won the green card and they are going to the US. You know, they will come here in the US and they will find someone else, and someone else will be waiting and they will forget about you. You don't want that to happen. And if it is a man and you leave your wife there, when you come here, now that is teaching you bad habits. But here in the US, you find that there are so many ladies, but the men are not very many. So here, women are the ones who look for men. It's not like, I don't know if Kenya has gone like that, because I know that nowadays there are so many slave queens in Kenya. But here in the US, the men are not very many. So what happens is that the women are the one who are looking for men. So if you are here as a man and you do not have any connection, you are hotcake. You are hotcake here. That's how it rolls. So it doesn't matter whether it's the people who are born here, or if it's the people who have come here to visit. You find that you might say that person has gone to the US and they will come and get you, but they have already come here and they have moved on with another person. Because people are waiting for people who are coming in Kenya and from Kenya, and they are single and they want them. So you have to be very careful on that. So so that is just a tip That is just a tip, because you know there are things that happen around here. It's not that things don't happen around here. There are good things and there are bad things that happen here. So if you have your girlfriend and you really want to get married to that person, please go ahead and get married. Because if that person comes here in the US, when people come to the US, they change. They really change. And you will be shocked. You will be shocked to find that a man has left a wife and 5 children, and they have forgotten about them, and they have come and they have settled with another woman, and life goes on. Or a woman left the husband and the kids in Kenya, and they have come to the US, and they have forgotten about them, and life goes on. And the hardest thing is that when it is during the day, there in Kenya is during the night. Now, like right now, it's 11 or 7 a.m. and I know it's almost night time in Kenya. So when are you going to get their phone call? If they decide not to pick up their phone, they won't. They will not. So you have to put all these things into consideration. I called it critical thinking. Think beyond the box. Outside that box. Do not just think inside the box that this is my girlfriend, we trust each other, so even if they win green card and they go, they will come and get me. Wapi? Oh my gosh, you will be shocked, because you will be left in Kenya by yourself and you will never see that person. You will not, because it is what it is. I'm just telling you how, as it is, because I've seen it. So let me see if I have another question. I'm here. Hi, madam. I'm Innocent from Tanzania. Could you please tell me? Yeah, I said that your country is eligible. So registration is on the 6th and ends on the 9th of November. That one said that they were going to try and apply. That one about the spouse. Let me see. No, I talked about that one. Explain how to fill up the stepchildren birth certificate has father, whatever. The stepchildren are just stepchildren. So fill their names there, put their photos there, and then when it comes to birth certificate, then when you go to the embassy is when you will take the birth certificate. But they are your stepchildren, so put them there. Your adopted children, put them there. Your other children, put them there. Is it good to do immediately application upon website opening at 7 p.m. in Kenya? So if you are able to do the website the first day, the better. If you are able to do the second day, the better. It doesn't matter the day. Don't say that I am going to go maybe I'm going to do the application when I'm facing the mountain so that I can win, or maybe I'm going to do the application wherever so that I can win. No. Nothing is going to increase your chances of winning. It doesn't matter as long as you have submitted your application and you have gotten your confirmation page, and do not wait till the last minute. So any day you can apply. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. And you cannot say I am going to apply in the morning before I eat anything so that I can win. No. It doesn't. It is computer randomized. Good day, Charity from South Africa. I would love to know, if you are divorced and with a divorce decree and have kids using their first name, how do you go about it concerning a letter of consent? Now, if you are divorced, you are divorced. First of all, you write there that you are divorced, and then you will after you win your green card, then you will ask them about the children, because you find that they follow how they follow here in the US, because when you have to follow it's like when you go to Rome, do as Romans do. So they will ask them, you can ask them, you can email them and ask them, my kids, I'm divorced with my husband, we are divorced legally, but the kids have the birth certificate has their dad's name, so how do I go about that? Then they will go ahead and ask you who takes care of the kids, who has custody of the kids, and then they will advise you on what to do. So that should not be a problem, as long as you have told them your current marital status. So do you know your best? I don't know what she mean. Maybe she was wishing me all the best. Cooking with Pumi, having a criminal record, does it affect getting a visa? That is a very good question. I really love that question. Now, that is one of the main reasons that will help you to be disqualified from getting a visa, if you have a criminal record. And there's a video that I did, and I said, I gave you a very simple example. It is you, the 27 of you who are watching me right now. You have your own house, and you want to invite someone in your own house. And that person has brought you documentation telling you that he's a thief, he's a murderer, he's a wife beater, he has done all these kind of crimes. Are you going to invite that person in your home? Are you going to invite that person in your home? It is the same thing. If you have a criminal record, they are not going to give you the visa. And that is why they tell you to go and get a police clearance record. so that you are cleared by your government before even they go to whatever to attempt even to give you a visa. So if you have a criminal record, nothing, you won't get it. Can I put my girlfriend in when I applying the green card? I answered that question. But if you want to put your girlfriend, you are not going to put her as your girlfriend. You will put her as your wife. And you will have legal documents that you are married. Because there is no place that says it's girlfriend. If you're putting a lady there, Eric Kagwe, I am answering your question again. I said you cannot put your girlfriend. It has to be your wife. It has to be your wife, and you have to be legally married, and you are putting her in your first application, not in your second application. The other question I have, does it require for me to prove by the time I am applying, or will I prove when I am selected, when you're selected, when you're filling out your DS-260? The divorce issue, no, the divorce issue, if that's what you're asking for, you will enter divorced when you are doing your application, your first application, you will enter that you are divorced. If I do my application immediately, we talked about that, and I think so my birth certificate, right, born in Thika district in Central Province, then somewhere also where born Kiamwangi. Now my question is, should I write my place of birth as Thika or Kiamwangi? You can write either. You can write either Thika or Kiamwangi, because after that question it is going to ask you the country of birth, so you can write any. You can write either you are born in Kiamwangi, that is your village. You can write Thika, it is your city. So those are okay. Write either, it's okay. What if I do my application immediately upon website opening? So you can do that. If you play as a family and your partner's documents has some complication, can the main player move to the US alone? Now, if you apply as a family, and I don't know what complications they have. If you apply as a family, they expect you to immigrate as a family. The only way is that if you're not to go at the same time, you will tell them that your family will follow later. But I don't know, but I do not know what complications. But normally the primary applicant is the most concerned one. The education, they look at the primary applicant. The work experience, they look at the primary applicant. And that is why I said, if you didn't go to high school, or you have no work experience, and your wife has gone to high school, or your husband, and they have a work experience that is required, you can apply as the main applicant. Them, they cannot apply as the main applicant. You can apply as the main applicant, and because when you go to the embassy, they will ask for your stuff. You as the first person who applied. So the other people will just benefit from your winning. So put your wife there as the second applicant, and you will be good to go. So that one is watching us from South Africa. I have another petition. Using a Somali passport, does applying DV with Kenyan passport affect my case? And is there a difference in date of birth and those of the passport? So that I said that if there's a difference between date of birth and your passport, you must have that changed. Now, you put your native country. Where were you born? That is your native country. That is where you are born. So if you are born in Somali, that is where you put. Okay? All right. How would you know that the passport size photos are more or less than 6 months? Now, their computer is very sophisticated. And if you enter a computer that is old, it is going to reject it. And if it doesn't reject it, maybe you are lucky. Let's assume that you have a lucky day. And you go to the embassy. They normally have scanners. They can tell. And I don't know if you guys know that when you print a paper, any document, it normally gives the date and the time that it has been printed. It normally does. So just follow the guidelines. God bless you for the time you sacrifice. We'll see you soon next year. So thank you for that. When applying, will I upload my kid's birth certificate, or it will come later? That will come later. You only need the photos for your family. I can be able to apply for a green card because I do my high school IGSE and not KCSE. So what is IGSE? Is it the one that is for Britain? I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with that. And so maybe you can explain that more better. Now, it has been 1 minute 7 seconds. When I came here, I said that I was not gonna stay, but I ended up staying. 30 people are watching me. Please, thank you for staying with me. Let me answer this question before I leave. Eric Kagwe, please tell us, is it allowed to apply more than one time? Now, I know that we have all these competitions that are going on in Kenya for money, and they tell you the more you apply, the more you win, the more chances you get of winning. Now, the DV lottery is different. If you apply twice, that computer will detect that you have applied twice. And even me, even if I'm not an immigration person, I know how it will know. You have your name, you have your date of birth, and you have your passport number. Those three are identifiers. They are called identifiers. Now, the computer will detect identical identifiers and you will be eliminated. So please apply as yourself. Apply once, okay? And if you are married, apply separate applications, yours and your wife's. But do not put in 2 applications. 2 applications will decrease your chances of winning. So that one is thanking me for answering my question. So the British one, yeah, I think, yeah, that one is good. That one is good. If you did it there, that one is fine. It's still a high school diploma. So, Present Madam, thanks so much. So, I think I should end this broadcast. If you have more questions, please comment there. I will come, I will look, and because the ones that come live, I see them. And the ones that come after the broadcast, because people can still watch this video even when we are not live. I can still see those questions. So Bernard Munene, thank you, God bless you. I can still see those questions, so please continue asking questions. Now I am going to do consecutive videos for you guys before the 6th, and I am going to try and do some lives so that I can come and explain for you better. And then I need you to be ready on the 6th so that you do your application, and then we sit and wait. We sit and wait. And like I said, after this live, I am going to upload a video that is very different from my immigration. Now I need you to go watch that video. You might get something from it. Maybe it will make you maybe know me a little bit better, and maybe why I'm so much. I just love people, and I just love children. I just have a lot of love for everything that I do, and I have a lot of passion in whatever I'm doing. So go watch that video. It's gonna be up here in a little bit. And until next time, thank you and stay safe.